Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Fez, where it says I'm 55.5% done, which I'm not sure again that I completely believe. Near the end of the last episode, it told me I had 16 cubes. I have 15 cubes and change. However, I think perhaps that actually is enough to light up the 16 door, because it seemed to me when you had a partial cube, it lit up in blue rather than in yellow on these doors. And so let's try to check that out as our first order of business for today. So here is the 16 door, and sure enough, 15 and change is enough to open that door. So, despite the fact that I've left some other things behind, this little reed in front of my face puts little dots on my face. Let's go ahead and enter a new area, because why not? Exploring new things is fun. Another Tetrisy sky. There's the ninja person. Oh, there's a bunch of ninja people. There's a whole village of people I've not seen, and a number of them I think are wearing fez caps. Perhaps we're about to learn some more of the lore of this world? Maybe. Okay, but also many cubits. Can I talk to you? Oh, you speak this language. Okay, let me get my cheat sheet out. One moment, please. This person says, "How do you do?" And I have to wonder, not everyone will have taken the notes that I have. Not everyone who played this game a decade ago or whenever it came out will have been recording video to review all of the text that they have. And so I must imagine that somewhere in game it is going to give us some kind of automatic translator so you'd actually be able to talk to these people. Either that, or almost none of what they say would be consequential for things other than lore, so that you'd be able to complete the game. Just from a game design point of view, that's my hunch in terms of how all of this works. But this person's just introducing themselves. This person says, he wears the fez. I sure do. Look at me, I'm a fez wearer. This person says, what is wrong with your head? And so, yeah, these guys have kind of tall, round heads, whereas I have the short, flat head. So that appears to be a continuing running joke. This little kid has a lot of things to say. Let's try doing one in real time. Ha ha ha. Check out Mr. Rectangle. What does that say? Oh, over there. Check out Mr. Rectangle over there. Okay, so still just making head jokes. Great. I presumed these were platforms, since this guy down here was standing on one. What do you have to say? Also, you were definitely one of the, like, ninja-type people. I guess a bunch of people had these headbands on. But I won't let you... I just wanted to demonstrate me trying to read. I've got a lot of the language kind of down, but it's still a bit slow to read in real time. Whoa, how did you get in here? Is what this person has to say. Alright. So apparently these people don't get visitors very often, which makes sense, given that we had to open this crazy door. They've got some notes on the side of their building as well. Alright, and it looks like I could just use this to climb. Ooh, okay. And then from here... how would I continue upwards? Just right here. Great, I figured it out. I solved the platforming challenge. This person also says he wears the fez. And there's a door here. Let us enter a door. Is this going to be a puzzle room, or is this going to be... oh, it's an owl. It's definitely an owl. Here, the owls. Yes, I talked to one. It said something like, many are one, the one is many, or something. See their effigy. Yeah, I've seen a few of them. In the Moai Head area and in the abandoned city in Neon Lights. Assemble the Parliament. Is a parliament a group word for owls? Like you have a murder of crows, is there a parliament of owls? I'm not sure. I could be misreading that. There's a parliament of something, I think. But it also could just be, you know, like a parliament, like a group of ruling owls or something. Okay. There's also some candles that have been burning here, it would appear. And I forgot to look, is that room on my map? Yes, the owl room's on my map, and apparently there's nothing in there. There are still some cubits around here, and also there's a person on this ledge that I failed to talk to earlier. This person says, "Where did you get that hat?" Well, it was given to me by a hexahedron. Oh my goodness, there's another door. It's yet another door. This one requires 32 cubes. Must be something really special behind that door. Alright, now we know where the 32 cube door is. Great. This person has a lot to say. This is another guy who just repeats that same text, ha ha ha, check out Mr. Rectangular Head over there. Alright, so there aren't as many unique things. And so far, none of them have been meaningful, so maybe it is the case that you never get any kind of translator tool in here. Whoa, how did you get in here again? Yeah, we just got a bunch of repeats, it seems like. Okay, this one's interesting. This one says, "Welcome to ZU." So, I had those signs that said, like, "New Zoo" before, NUZU, and then there is another sign that just had ZU on it, I think, and apparently ZU is perhaps the name of the city. ZU is also, by the way, what is on this little carpet that's hanging off of the mat. So perhaps that's the name of this place. So there's at least one bit of useful information. What is wrong with your head? Yeah. Where did you come from? Same old, same old. Alright, what else do we have? Different people back here, or are these the same people? I'm not sure at this point. Rather than just looking at the people, trying to kind of look around. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. There is another door, so I guess let's check that out next. What do we have in here? A treasure chest that has already been opened? No, it hasn't been opened. I was just looking at the wrong side of it. Also, there are markings on the walls. Well, I found a key. That's nice. How do I interpret these markings? I think there are people looking up at, like, some aliens flying off into the sky. One of them wears a crown. On this end, similar motif, but this time there is a concentric squares thing above all of that. Here are just the people. And the people are wearing the crown and the concentric squares are above, and the people are also wearing fezzes. So I think that there is like some tale of history being told here. Also note this strange thing. It is not connected at the top. I could imagine that perhaps if it were connected, there's a chance that I wouldn't be able to rotate the camera. Based on some inferences that I've been trying to draw earlier that may or may not be correct. Do you say anything different? No, that looks like, haha, Mr. Rectangle Head. Just based on the kerning. The white space. This also looks familiar. That also looks familiar. You are the topmost person. What do you say? We'll translate on the fly. He wears the fez. I recognize it. Okay. So, same old stuff. That did get me another cube, so I am up to officially 16, so now I truly belong here. And then if we take a look at the world map, it would appear... how do I... Is there a way to change... Yeah, this is what I want to do. Just kind of like rotate around to understand. It looks like there are more places that connect from here other than just the 32 door. So let me do some looking around and make sure there aren't any doorways that I failed to notice as a result of failing to rotate through all 4 sides on each level. But everything looks okay over there. I went into the doorway here. Oops. Don't see a door there. And, I mean, I guess there could be something hidden behind the waterfall here. Here's a door that I did not go in. And a number of people hanging out. What's inside this doorway? Let's discover together. Okay, upper left, once again, is some kind of encoding that I'm not familiar with. And here is a picture of perhaps one of those things that I was describing as an alien flying off that also has these things. I'll definitely have to take a screenshot of some of these rooms. Oh! Here's an association between 4 of these upper shapes that I've seen a number of places and some lower shapes that I have not seen previously associated. We did step through a door with this marking once upon a time, but we've seen those overlapping squares in the sky. A single square we have seen in the sky as well. The lines and the dots I have not seen as many places, or have not noticed them at least. Over here, what do we got? And apologies if you're hearing some kind of truck outside. I'm not sure what that is. Don't know how to read that. I'm not sure if it's lettering or some other type of code. If I look on where I am right now, it's not the case that there's a secret in this room. So I think there is just some kind of puzzle information that I'm meant to be accumulating to solve some meta puzzle in the future. It's my current interpretation of what I'm looking at here. And then, okay, folded into 6. Oh, so once again, I got the writing implement as an artifact that basically had the alphabet. The alphabet had 24 quote-unquote letters that basically were these 6 symbols in each of 4 different orientations. And what I think I'm seeing here now with the cube is a folded up cube would be another artifact that would be each of these 6 symbols that could appear in various orientations. And then this might be enough writing. If this is actual English text coming out of this, there might be a second alphabetic cipher that uses these 6 symbols rotated in various orientations. Although note that a couple of them don't rotate into 4 different orientations apiece, and so it would have to be kind of a different letter mapping in order to accomplish that, or more ambiguity among the letters. But in any case, this is my first amount of text, if it is text, that might be sufficient to try to do some decoding at this layer of things. And so that's really interesting. Alright. Got some good homework coming up. And I believe that was the last of the 4 orientations on this floor of the building. So, having looked at that, let's make sure there aren't any other doors. There is another door. I see it right over here. I have not yet gone in. So what do we find through here? People to talk to. Things on the walls. Do you guys have anything useful to say by any chance? Also, can I not jump down through these things? Only up through the scaffoldings, maybe? Do I recognize this? No, this is something different. Hello. Can you understand any of this? Yes, I can. What do you have to say? Nice to meet you. Alright, over here... I don't think that's an actual QR code. There's a tiny chance it is, so let me bust out the phone. My phone does not seem to recognize it as a QR code. I didn't think it was a QR code. I did a bit of work of research into QR codes when I was playing Hero Spirit, which is another game that had a QR code in it, and is a really great puzzle rabbit hole game. And I was rewatching some of my own YouTube series. I rewatched like the first 5 episodes or something. It got off to a little bit of a slow start, but that was going really good too. Like I felt like I was doing good commentary in that game, and it just turned out to be a really fun and deep game. So if you haven't seen that one, I would recommend it. But in any case, as a result of investigating QR codes there, I had to do a bit of my own research into the QR code format, and so I think I would recognize when it is and is not a QR code. And so that one looks kind of vaguely like one, but in some abstract manner, without actually being an actual QR code that one can decode. This, however, I think it's missing some information in the upper left, and all of the scaffolding and people in front of it will make it difficult to decode. I doubt that my phone is just going to pick something up out of this. But now I will hold it up again. But yeah, there's much too much noise, and I think it's also missing some actual information. So this is one, fortunately. Same kind of thing in Hero Spirit. Yeah, if I need to recreate this on my own and try to do some decoding on my own, I have such technology, and I have lots of video of this. And while I'm rotating it, there might be a few pixels hidden behind the scaffolding that I'm able to see a little bit better doing this, and so I'm just doing a little bit of rotating so future video editing Brian has a little bit more information to work with in case it is necessary. But we might treat that one as kind of a last resort, because that one would be a lot of effort. And I still don't have a sense of how much effort this game actually requires in terms of puzzle solving versus how much of it is you can play it as a platformer with a few cute block pushing puzzles and then just kind of move on, and eventually the game will help you decode all of this stuff. So I don't know about that. In any case, speaking of block pushing puzzles, there was a previous puzzle where there was like Tetris pieces and 4 blocks to push around. And I was thinking about that in the shower last night, and I think I know maybe how to solve it now. Although it would still be annoying to solve the way that I am picturing. Okay, so I think we have visited the village of Zoo, and I don't know that there was a lot here. Apparently there is some secret that might be the cube door that still has to be opened, or maybe the downward one is that, and the upper right is something else that we'd need a treasure map. Speaking of treasure maps, hold on. Let's take a look. I haven't looked at them in a while. Do I think I recognize that? Or this? Or this? So the upper left here, remind me what that says? CU on the right and BE on the left. Cube. I think I read those before, and I read it as BU, BE, CU, or CV, and it didn't even occur to me to read it top down, right to left, which is the way that you read text, and it spells cube. So there's the overlapping squares in the bottom left, and then right, this looks like there's something in the sky on one of those tall screens that I'd seen before. And we already solved this one, and so I think this treasure map is quote-unquote done. Okay. So there are also like geometric shapes on various other carpets that are hanging around here. I think they are decorative, and I don't think that they are meaningful. That's just my read of what I'm looking at. So I think for now I've gotten all the information that I'd want to get out of this zone. In which case, let me figure out where I want to go next. So here's the scoop. I have moved over here. But between the last video segment and this one, I spent about 2 hours trying to decode symbols. And I did gain a better understanding of the alphabet I already know, as well as perhaps learned a basic counting system, as well as better association between Tetris pieces and some of the new symbols, but I wasn't able to decode text. However, when I just came back here, I realized that this area is a Tetris stack. I'm in a block piece, and then there's, if you tilt your head to the right, an S piece. Then here is a T that's pointing to the left or whatever, and here's another block, and then that, and then it falls back around. And if I actually catch on the bottom of this, oops, well, I didn't manage to catch on the bottom. Let's try it again. Actually, I can climb down here, right? Oh, I could rotate around, though. Is it a different? So the Tetris pieces might be oriented that way, or they might be oriented this way. That's interesting in terms of stuff I didn't consider before. But in any case, I just want to have kind of on video And I guess this is like the top of it. Oh, and this is a warp thingy that I never took back because I was still exploring stuff and I never went and took this one-way warp. And it shows up as like an undone thing here, so let's do it. But I'm gonna do it on the second pass, so basically there's a T, there's like an S, there's another T facing a different way, there's a block, there is a Z or an S or whatever it is. I'm having trouble orienting, tilting my head. There's another T piece here, there's another block piece here, and there's another T piece here. So basically there is a Tetris stack, and once I figure out how to decode or use the information... That's so loud. Use the information about the Tetris pieces, then there's another piece of information there, and that's probably the secret. So it's probably still going to show me a blue question mark on that section of the map. So that section of the map is over here. Yes, it still has a blue question mark, and the blue question mark will be the secret that is decoded by understanding what those Tetris pieces mean. Okay, so that's at least one new piece of information for me. Okay. That said, it looks like there should have been 2 other exits from the area I just came from. Which is behind the black holes over there, which is kind of annoying, but do I have a new thingy over here by any chance? I do not. And so I don't want to go to the sewer, and I don't remember where this place is. I just want to take a look at my world map. Oh right, I've not spent a lot of time in this place. This I found near the end of some previous episode, and this was Zoo. But this is not the same. So there's a lot of zoos. There was New Zoo, Futuristic Neon Abandoned World. There is this zoo, which is also abandoned or just inhabited by birds and animals, and has various mechanistic things going on inside of it. And yeah, it has a warp gate. It has a number of connections, some of which I have found, and it looks like maybe some of which I have not. So yeah, let's look around and see if there's any other hidden doorways or... Oh, there's some text right here that I don't know that I've read. Okay, this might be important information. So just to the left of where I'm standing, it says hub number 5, and then it has this symbol with the upper left corner of the square cut out. This might refer to the warp hub that I'm currently at, but it also may associate 5 with this particular pattern that is I'm standing inside of right now. So that is something that I missed before. I'm still not quite sure how to incorporate that with all the stuff that I've just been studying on my own. But yes, clearly there is even more detail hidden in the environment that I had missed, and so did I read the text that's over here? Also, there's a door above me I have not gone in. So on this side, to the right of the face, on the red wall above me, it says Industrial District, welcome. Okay, so I had not read that before. Let's get back up to that door. So here is the door that I never went through before. Took me a little bit of traversing of platforming and the whatnot to get there. And we got a qubit, so that's nice. I can rotate in this area, and I can see that the black hole is itself a 3-dimensional structure. So that's a little bit noteworthy. This thing right here, oh, is a secret door. I think that might also be... Actually, I'm not sure what that is a symbol. Oh, this unlocked the... That was the Tetris piece door? Possibly? Hold on. No, the Tetris piece door is just the symbol of this area. Okay, and so... Have I been exactly here before? Here's the Tetris piece door. Is this a set of Tetris pieces that I have witnessed before? Let me take a quick look. I don't believe it is. And so that's another set of Tetris pieces. I guess there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters in that one. If we call them characters. Okay, and so this brings me to here. And so, yeah, I'm still not sure exactly about that symbol, but we've seen a couple of different kind of like just sideways secret doors that lead from one area to another involving that, and now the black holes have appeared over here, which is not necessarily great, but what you gonna do? Also, apparently that is too far for me to fall. What if I go down like that? Still too far for me to fall. So let me find a way that involves less falling, such as here. There we go. Everything is fine. And remind me, I'm here inside this room. Is this just a little dead-end room or area that I've already finished everything in? Please remind me what this looks like. There was, looks like a warp I didn't take as one of the exits out of here. So let me go try to find that. Okay, so I made it to the one-way warp that involved climbing through this area that we'd been to before, I thought. And so it looks like this is going to zoo, whatever that means. And so where does this actually drop me off? It drops me off, okay, at Industrial District. And there's a warp that is unlocked here now. Okay, so I can warp to this place now, I guess, is what I am learning. Which I thought I could do before. Maybe I couldn't, I don't remember. I guess it still has that symbol, but it's shown up in gold over there. So I feel like that's good. And it's still the case that it looks like there might be another exit over here that I haven't found in this area. So let me go looking for that. It does appear that now that I'm back, there aren't black holes around here now. And look, I see a door that is unopened. So let's go through it. Alright, more exploration. Perhaps more information. And so what do we have here? We have a nondescript building with one of these red signs in the upper left that I don't know what it means, but I've seen a number of them, as well as an up arrow. Here's the red sign I was talking about, just to the left of me here. And so Dot is trying to call my attention to something that I'll want to get to shortly. But first, I decided to take a trip downstairs. Because that's always fun. Okay, here we go. So from here, this is a good place to jump. Let's take a quick look around. Okay, there's definitely a rotatable thingy that I could change around. I see a cubit over there, which I would be able to get if I rotated this. So if I hold on to this, no, hold on to this. How do I interact with this thing? Let's talk to Dot. There we go. I found the button. It's fine, don't worry about it. There we go. Now I can get over to my cubit. Great. This sign just has an exclamation point, as in, watch out, danger. And this area is very vertical. Reminds me vaguely, possibly, of a treasure map. There is a door directly above me. How would I get to said door? I'd have to climb up to the top and then come back down. So that is my next destination, as far as I can see it. And it looks like I should be able to get there just by crossing this gap, which I think is a jump that I can make. And then crossing this jump. And then from here... Oh. Is there a ladder somewhere? There's not. So I guess what I want to do... This is a pivot, yes, I understand. So if I rotate this, there's a ladder above it there, but that's not a good... So I think I actually want it here, so it's kind of reaching over in that direction. And then do the same thing here to connect these two. There we go. And now that they are connected, now I'll be able to get up to the ladder. Over here. We're eventually going to make our way over to that door. Hi, little birdie. Hi, crazy starry sky that I see all over the place and always makes me wonder. Oh my goodness. Alright, that's not confusing at all. Alright, I want to get to the windmill. Here's a way to get to the windmill. Great. Okay, from the windmill, there was a door below, but if I go down, I will be able to traverse back up. That's what I wanted to know. So let's get into the foreground. I can climb these vines back up, but first let's explore inside here and discover where we are on the map now. We are now in a whole nother place with more cubits. Okay. And there was a locked door near the... I think I'm actually going to leave that unexplored for the moment and try to finish off the windmill area for now. And perhaps next episode we'll come back to that. So at the windmill, here's the locked door. I have plenty of keys. Well, I had 2, now I have 1. Inside the windmill, we discover a mechanism and a door. It looked like a door. I wasn't able to go in it. I'm going to wait for it to turn around for a moment. It might be that I can only enter it from a certain perspective. Okay, but I definitely can't enter it from there. On this wall, I don't see anything. I'm going to wait for it to come around just in case somehow I'm allowed to go in it here. I'm not. So if I rotate around again, I don't see anything noteworthy on these walls. Can I enter the door from this perspective? Doesn't seem like it. And finally, the 4th perspective. I see cobweb in the upper left that I hadn't noticed before. Aha! There was a way inside. And there's a treasure chest. Hello, treasure chest. Please be an artifact. I haven't found one of those in a while. It's probably just going to be a key. Oh, it's a cube. Cubes are always nice. They are kind of our ultimate goal, I suppose. Where am I in the world map here? This also looks like it might be... Well, there's a doorway here, which is not shown as like a passage that I know about yet. And if I try to climb up here, can I like see anything else above? Doesn't seem like it. Here is the cubit that I failed to notice earlier. So what is this door going to take me to? Oh, just back out to the windmill. That's what I just came in, because I'm a dummy. And was there anything below the treasure chest? No, so I think I have done all that there is to do here. I'm just curious. Like, this looks like a little... I guess that's where I got the cubit, right? Okay, so I think I've done everything there. And now if I look at the map again... Yes, okay, so that shows as being all done. Great. And then if I were to exit through this doorway... is there still something higher on the windmill? Yes, there is, at the very least, a cubit calling my name. Thank you. And then other sides of the windmill don't appear to have anything. There apparently are still cubits and a secret remaining in this area. And the cubits kind of surprised me. But in any case... There's also this whole area that we had to do a bit of work in order to get to this level. Just double checking I don't see cubits super nearby. I do hear one kind of in the far off distance, but I think I will leave myself with a bunch of exploration that we can begin doing next time. And so I'm going to park myself here, and that's where we will pick up next time with some more new exploration. So I'm going to say that I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Fez. For now, bye-bye.